Honourable Speaker, I do acknowledge the fact that our finance ministers are not present. In fact, on the front bench, we have just 2 ministers, and then maybe one person who is interested in becoming a minister sometime. Right, Honourable Speaker, there's a generic issue which for me is beyond finance. It's good the government chief whip is here. Government has been propagating the boo-boo policy. Buy Uganda, build Uganda. Some of the contractors that the minister is talking about are local contractors. These people's companies are closing down. They go to banks after you have given them a contract. So they go and secure a loan, a credit facility on account of that. But because they are not getting payment from government, their businesses are closing down, the young people they are employing, joblessness and so on. Government, you can't say one thing and then do another. I get perplexed whenever these so-called foreign investors, they come here, we give them free land. We give them tax waivers. Of late, we are guaranteeing them money. I don't know what kind of investors those are that will give you land, tax waivers, and then we guarantee you money and you call yourself an investor. But we have our local investors who are going to make sure this money here gets recycled within our economic platform, if you like. Why? Maybe government needs to help us. That this boo-boo thing was only for we, the citizens, that when you go to the market, buy Ugandan products. But you, government, you do not want, you want to preach water and then drink wine. You cannot tell us to buy Ugandan products, and yet you are stifling Ugandan businesses. You should be prioritizing that. For me, right, Honorable, that's not a question for Minister of Finance. It's a question for government generally.
It is actually connected to finance because the areas to be paid is supposed to come from finance. So we need the areas paid to the people who have worked. Honorable Minister, when you really need to, that were suspended, I want you to include Busunju Kiboga Hoima Road, because this is a road that is going to be checked by CAF for us to be able to host the AFCON. So you need to prioritize on that road. If you're talking about 30 billion, that is little money. You should be able to get that money, and that's a local contractor where we even gave him money. That was Abubakar. We gave that local contractor our own money as government. Then you also look at the issue of, did we budget for the equipments for districts that don't have equipments, cities? Did we budget for it?
Right, Honorable Speaker. There are districts which were identified as excessively big, and so one unit was not enough for them. And then also, you remember when we bought the equipment, we did not address the cities and municipalities and town councils. We have already provided the requirement to the Minister of Finance, and they told, the last I heard is that it has been put in the system, possibly to use the same arrangement we used in buying the 1,151 which we distributed, so that they can get those equipment. That's about the equipment. About Busunju Kiboga Road and the contractor, right, Honorable Speaker, even when you look in some of the documents which I've given, where we spent the 420 billion, priority was given to local contractors. We gave them priority in paying for their IPCs. So we recognize their challenges, because these are people whom we interface with nearly every day through their body, UNABSEC, and we did give them some sizable amount. According to what we call the certificates which they are presented, we don't pay up front, we pay when the certificates are there.
Honorable Minister, yesterday I talked about a road from Mbarara to Ssenyonyi. It is basically potholes. As we wait for money to work on the whole road, why don't you just work on those small potholes so that the road is usable? Just like the way you're working on Kampalek, Ginger.
Yes, Right Honorable Speaker, we are now in that process. We started with Karaji, Gaza Karaji Road, which had also gone deteriorated. Now we are doing Ginger. We are left only with, I think, 1 or 2 sections at Uriantete and somewhere near Chigombia. When we finished, Mavida was done. I think there's a section in Mavida which we need, where the Kenyans got an accident when they were doing the pilgrimage. So we are in that process, Right Honorable Speaker. We want to reduce on contracting for every simple work. I remember we had potholes between Mijera and Kafu, and those were done by ourselves. The unit went and treated those potholes. When we move from Ginger Road, we intend to move to Chegegwa, between Chegegwa and Chenjojo, because that section has also greatly deteriorated. No, the Kabali-Mbarara Road has a contractor. The Kabali-Mbarara Road has a contractor who's working on it.
Honourable members, we had agreed we discuss this report when the finance people are there. Let's.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, yesterday when we halted the minister from reading the statement, Madam Speaker, first of all, I want to thank the minister for being honest and for the report. But yesterday, when we halted the minister from presenting the report, you did ask members to give additional information for them to clarify. I found that missing from the minister's presentation. Maybe his colleague did not give him those issues. So now that we are going to have a discussion.
Can you, all of you, write those additional issues? We capture them, we give it to the minister.
Yeah, sure, but even your colleague, we gave him information, but we shall write.
Government Chief Whip, capture, get all the concerns of the members, let them write to you, and you forward all the issues to the minister. Yes. No, whips.
Madam Speaker,
Whips. These people, by the way, they should not lie you, they are together. They talk.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to raise this point of procedure. I believe this is a house of record. If issues were raised on the floor of the house, they are captured by the Hansard. And therefore, members who did their part yesterday, the minister should be...
We are going to extract them from the Hansard, yes, and give to the minister.
Most obliged.
And even the ones who still have other issues. Most obliged. Like you who was not in the house.
Most obliged.
You was not in the house yesterday.
Right, Honourable Speaker.
You'll give your issues, we capture it, so that we now give the minister, when we are going for a debate, we have an exhaustive debate and we get away from